Ben Damon, main event. We've brought you to beautiful sunny Queensland. What can you expect from this event?
Really looking forward to seeing what Justice Hooney we see in this fight against Jack Maris. Obviously not a world-class opponent and probably an opponent that he has passed by at this stage of his career, but he has had those hiccups, so we want to see what he comes back with in the first time in the ring in 2021. He was amazing in his first couple of fights and really got the Australian public excited, got the world boxing community talking as well. So he gets back into this fight, and as he's been saying, he needs to make a statement, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if he can do that.
Mate, it's going to be a very exciting, the first 4 rounds, very exciting. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that Justice will probably be trying to get this over and done pretty quickly, I get the impression. I'd imagine he'd like to find his way into the first round, but he won't be hanging around much after that. Jack Maris, he tells us that he can knock Justice Hooney out, so love to see him throw a few shots and to make this a really entertaining fight on the back of what's a really strong undercard as well.
Speaking of undercards, you've seen a lot of really great undercards of late. This one's fairly exciting as well.
Yeah, it is. In Australian boxing at the moment, everyone has a focus on a really strong undercard into their main events, and that's fantastic. There was a time in Australian boxing where that was not the case, but now there's a real emphasis on giving people value for money right through, and also developing these personalities, these characters and these boxers on these undercards and turning them into main event fighters themselves. So we've got some really, really exciting fights tomorrow night. Can't wait to see Ben Marnie in again against Chris George, who's returning for the first time in a very, very long time, but looks in fantastic condition, and a number of other boxers throughout this card that we have been waiting to see on television, and we get to see them tomorrow night.
Mate, the boxing community has to hear from you because you're the man that's on everyone's scene. You've seen a lot of fights over the last March and April. Boxing's looking great for Australia at the moment. Yeah,
an incredibly busy period. We've had 4 televised fights in 23 days, well, we will have once we finish the Canberra event on the 23rd. So it's been incredibly busy, some fantastic fights, and one of the strongest periods we've ever seen in Australian boxing, really, to have 2 big main event shows, a heavyweight like what we have in Justice Hooney televised as well, and Brock Jarvis, who really has the featherweight division at his feet at the moment. He has massive opportunities internationally and chances to bring fights here to Australia as well. We really can't wait to see what happens in Wollongong with the 2 heavyweights in Paul Gallen and Lucas Brown, a great undercard headlined by an outstanding fight between Liam Wilson and Francis Chua. So yeah, it's extremely busy, a little bit too busy to be perfectly honest, but so very exciting.
Mate, better to be busy than not, and you're the busiest man that's getting around. We're going to let you get back to the people and do the Ben Damon stuff.
Thank you very much, mate. Enjoy the fights.